Hi everybody, welcome to Rise Like Deborah. This is something that the Lord has put in my heart. Not that I want to sit here and make videos. I actually would prefer to do other things like arts and crafts, for those of you that know me. But the Lord has done so many amazing things in my life, and I know that there's somebody out there that, a single mom that needs to hear all the amazing things that the Lord has done in my life. And so I finally decided to do it. And as much as I, had been thinking about the setting, the lighting, and what I was gonna wear and the way I look, I realized that I need to come as I am, the same way God wants us to come to Him, the way we are, just there, and just bring ourselves to Him. I also realized that I don't need to add the fluff and the glitter and all the beautiful things to, in case it would take away from the message. I don't want to shine. I don't want to share, bits and pieces of me to get the glory. I want that whatever words the Lord puts in my heart, that it is meant for somebody that is going to watch this. And so Rise Like Deborah came about because of one night we had a special service, and there was a visitor who came in as a guest, and he was giving the word that night, and he was also a prophet. And towards the end of the service, he walked up to me and gave me a prophetic word, and everything he said was true. Never seen him, didn't know anything about him, but clearly God spoke to him about me and used him to tell me that it was my time to shine. It was my time to rise up like Deborah. And he said, read the story of Deborah and know that this is the time. And so I realized that I took that word, and I realized that the Lord was finally telling me, this is the time that you have to tell your story. You have to rise up. And so here I am. And so this is how Rise Like Deborah came about. And so in these short videos that I'll share with you, we are going to, just like Deborah, sit under a tree, although I'm not physically under a palm tree. I'm actually in my first house that I bought with the Lord, which will be another testimony. So technically I'm kind of underneath a nice beautiful palm tree that the Lord provided for me. But just like Deborah, who sat under a palm tree, where it was a place for that the Israelites were able to come to her during a very difficult time where they were being ruled, and they had yet did not appoint a king. She sat underneath the palm tree, and people came to her to hear wisdom, to hear truth, to seek guidance, and guidance from God. And so I invite you to come and sit under my palm tree so that we can engage in the word, so that we can share testimonies, so that you can hear all the amazing things that God has done in my life. I have faith that He will do that in your life as well. To all my single moms, to all the moms that are hard workers, that cry at night, that feel like they're alone, just know that God hears you, and He will answer your prayer in due time. So thank you for adding me, thank you for following me, thank you for the like, thank you for just being on the other side of the screen. I hope that everything I share can be a blessing to you and your life. So tune in and see what God has to say. May He use me, and may it be His words and not mine. So together we will rise like Deborah. Bye.